Okay, map 3. Turn around, grab the shotgun, grab the rad suit, the armor, and then get out of the acid before the cyber demon shows up. There are just enough shells here for you to actually kill him, so I like to deal with him now rather than try and orchestrate some infighting, just because it is a slightly more safe and reliable method. And we're all about consistency here in this channel. Once you've had enough attempts at something, you kind of just want the safest way to get through it. So whilst we're fighting that cyber demon, this caca demon will come from somewhere. So we kill him, and these two revenants, these two revenants, kill them, and we'll go to where they came from, pick up another radiation suit and this double-barreled shotgun. And now the level's first archvile. Surprised we've made it this far, to be honest, and that's the first archvile. Push that switch, take a peek out that window if you want, but otherwise focus down this pain elemental. And now I'm going to go and get the first secret before moving on, because I don't intend to come back here. So if you go up this waterfall here, you can find the Berserk pack, which is secret number 1. And I like that the designer put those little steps in that alcove there so that you can actually get out of there where the first rad suit was. That's quite a nice touch, I think. Anyway, top up again on another radiation suit and then jump down behind that wooden board, shoot these imps, because on the other side, ta-da, it's a cyber demon. And this guy I would like to infight, just because. So hopefully he hits the Hell Knights, and sometimes the Mancubus as well will fire through and hit the Cyber Demon, but I don't think we got away with that this run. That's really just, that's a bonus if that happens. Anyway, kill him, and then don't forget about this secret, which feels kind of pointless, but it is a secret nonetheless. And then we're just going to kill this Mancubus from over here, because he's nice and safe. And the reason you don't want to run into this room is because there is a revenant at your 8 o'clock. There he is. And there he is. Push this button, and then we're just going to peek around this corner, because if we peek, we can wake up the revenants, but not the archvile. And if we bring the revenants in here and kill them, then the archvile obviously can't resurrect them. And I'm going to try and... There he is. So one of the revenants is awake, but he's wandered off. So I'm going to... Oh, there he is, look. Fine, I will kill him now then. The archvile tends not to come through here, so you can kill him at your leisure. Now there is a YOLO strat you could employ, where you just run around, wake everything up, and get it all to infight with the baby cyber demon, but I don't think that's a good idea. It's certainly not a safe, consistent strategy, or at least one I've not developed into a consistent strategy. Now we're in this beautiful cave section. Well, the cave section is now sort of merging with the base, or whatever the hell is going on down here. I really do like the level design progression here, because you start off up above, you can see the sky, you're just sort of beginning to delve down into the cave system, and then you delve down and you keep delving down, and then it sort of progresses from caves to cave base to full on base. Did that really just loop around and hit me? Anyway, I come up here to wake up those Hell Knights, and then jump back down because I want them to infight with the Mancubus, which you can instigate if you stand just here and the Hell Knight goes to that ledge section there. You kind of want to save ammo because this whole section is quite tight. And where those Hell Knights came from, we need to go in there, which is a very close quarters fight, to activate a button to open the room opposite it, which is where the cyan key is. And also a couple of arachnotrons. I actually don't think that Hell Knight can hit that Mancubus there. The Mancubus always wins that fight, pretty much at full health. Anyway, for this section, rocket launcher, fire a couple of shots, try and kill the Hell Knight if you can, and then you can move around the barons quite easily. We won't kill the barons right now. Instead, we're going to go push this button, which triggers a fight with 2 Mancubi. that teleport in once that floor lighting is done. And then after that, a cyber demon, a baby cyber demon, will teleport in. I would say 80% of the time you'll kill him in this room. Sometimes, well, 20% of the time by implication, he will teleport away, which he does on this instance. And now we can deal with these barons. And there's the cyan key. And foreshadowing, there's the red key, BFG fight, which we'll get to later. Anyway, that cyber demon teleported down there, and I want him to kill things for me, because I'm too lazy to do it myself, and I want to save the ammo. I'm not sure what I'm saving it for, but I know I need to save it. Come on, there we go. Now we finish him off. Okay, so that went well. We'll get the armor, the rocket, and now we head back up the lift. Do not forget to grab the cyan key before you come back up this lift. I've done that plenty of times. In fact, I do that more often than I remember the key, to be honest. Now shoot these switches and go up these platforms. You can kill this chain gunner here before jumping down, kill his friend, and then we're going to come up here and kill this revenant by getting in his face. Now shoot that, and there's the purple switch, which opens the secret room with the purple key. And shoot the barrel, jump down, and paint elemental there up in the sky. We want to save some chain gun bullets for those barrels. Drop down here for a secret blue armor, which you will need, and I struggle to get. And now we're going to do some hopscotch across the pillars, and 2 shotgunners, kill them. And now here's a fun little fight. It's all archviles. So there's an archvile inside each of the pillars you can see, and one when you push the button. Also note the light effects, they're really nice. So yeah, you lower the pillar and there's an archvile. But if the archvile walks over one of the blue squares, then that will lower another pillar. So if you think you're taking cover behind a pillar and the archvile walks over one of the squares, he ends up lowering the pillar and removing your cover. One strategy is to use that little cyan box as a way to sort of break their main attack. But did you see it there? So the archvile walked over a square and he lowered the pillar. Kill all of them and the yellow key becomes accessible. And then just do some hopscotch to get the button to press out. And this is a little cheap, I know, but he can't hit you from here, and I can hit him, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Why take risks? But yeah, that's quite a mean little fight with the archviles. Especially if you don't know what's coming, it can escalate really quickly because one archvile can lower a pillar which wakes up another archvile, and then all of a sudden things are getting really out of control. If you decide to go left as opposed to right after pushing this switch, you actually find a little armor bonus out on a ledge, which is quite difficult to get to. And at first I didn't really understand what the point of that was, but then it sort of occurred to me that actually it's an added layer of challenge. You know, if you weren't getting enough challenge from this level regularly, you can actually go for 100% of the items, and they're hidden in quite difficult places around this level, and it really does take a lot of work to get them all. Not that I'm aiming for that at all, but if somebody else wants to give that a go, go nuts. Okay, now into this funky looking room. We slowly peek around the corner and kill the revenants. The reason we do that is because we don't want to wake up the archvile. And then we kill the archvile, who blasts us anyway because we apparently don't know how cover works. Okay, now onto the red key fight. This fight is really cool. Basically, the arena is a damaging floor, but if you press that button, which we'll press in a second, it changes from damaging floor to non-damaging floor. But it's on a timer, and so you've got to press the button again when the levels come back down in order to sort of keep the floor non-damaging. And then we jump down, we're going to fire a couple of rockets into these crevices because that's where imps come from, and then we want to stay here as close to the edge as possible so the cyber demons on the pillars can't shoot down at us. We need to duck out for some rockets, but then we want to get close again real quick. And by the time you've worked your way around, you can see that the thing has now gone back to cyan, and we want to press the button again. And now I'm going to run around here and get the megasphere, which I left. Now, from here, you're relatively safe. What I'm doing here, I'm not looking at the imps at all. I'm just firing in a straight line, and my eyes and attention are on the cyber demons and their rockets. I know as long as I'm shooting forward, I'm killing imps. So I'm just paying attention to when they shoot so that I can move either left or right as necessary. And then once you see the waterfall start going cyan again, it's time to reposition. And then I like to come in here where it is safe. As long as you don't cross back over yourself, you shouldn't take a cyber demon rocket. And once we press all three of these switches, the revenants come in and the cyber demons are now free. And a megasphere spawns. So we'll grab that. And then we want to bring some of the revenants over here. We're not really trying to kill them, we're just trying to buy ourselves some time. So keep an eye on your right, and then roughly once the floor goes back, you want to be running away. And then if you stand here for just a few more seconds, the wall blocking the way into the fight will lower and you can get out. And here we go, we're getting out. Please don't blow me up. Please don't blow me up. And we're out. And we're safe. And so I think that works pretty consistently, including the timings. You've really got to know the timings on the floor and make sure that you're in position to press the button again when it turns back to damaging floor. And then it's just a case of getting the cyber demons to kill the revenants, and we can just sort of sit back here and relax a little bit. We're going to put the floor back just because I think I left some rockets and I quite like those rockets. So down we go. And we'll just kill you. And some shells as well. We'll get shells. Any more shells? It's definitely rockets. And you're going to get a megasphere in a minute for the next fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter what health and armor you come out of this on. Unlock the blue door for the red key fight. And here we saw this earlier on. And the fight gives us, I think, exactly 3 BFG shots. But the room itself is going to fill up with mini cyber demons, and those Hell Knights will be unleashed. So push that button, the BFG spawns over there. I'm going to wait a second for them all to start firing so that I can gently loop around them. And here I'm going to use my 3 BFG shots to kill as many of these cyber demons as possible. Which is 3. Not too bad. And that's the 4th one down. And that guy's, he's going to die from the infighting, so I think we should be okay, as long as we don't take any stray rockets. Another strategy that I did in practice is to use the 3 BFG shots to punch through the Hell Knights on the left and go and stand up there. And then just slowly sort of peekaboo kill the cyber demons with a shotgun. Which does work, but it's actually way less consistent than just trying to kill the cyber demons outright. I mean, there's only 5 on Hurt Me Plenty. Yeah, only 5 cyber demons. But with your 3 shots, you can kill 3, if not 4 of them. And yeah, it's a far more consistent strategy. You might have seen there was a button that I ran past. That just takes you back up to the start. Now this fight. This fight is also a really cool fight, but can be quite punishing. So there's 3 cyber demons, full health cyber demons, so you've got no chance of killing them. But what you can do is telefrag them. And you'll notice I shot as soon as I came up here, which was because it closes the door and blocks the rockets. Now, that's the easy part. Getting down is tricky. You want to wait for them both to start shooting at you and then teleport down. Because I've had it happen to me far too many times for it to be funny, that they'll start shooting while you're up there, and then as soon as you teleport down, they'll instantly shoot you and just blow you up before you get a chance to recalibrate. It's much easier with one than it is with two. But yeah, so you telefrag them all one by one, which I think is a really cool little mechanic. And I love the sort of shield that you get from firing your shots as well. I don't know if there's more cyber demons on Ultraviolence or if it's the same. But the principle is exactly the same. And actually, we can use this teleporter later, maybe, to kill some cyber demons a little bit later on as well. Which I think is also quite cool. But now, we're in the final area. We've got all the keys. We're going to push this, and you can see that lovely wall opening there in the background. That leads through to the final proper fight. Of course, we've still got the purple key fight to do. And we're going to open this secret, which I think is the last secret, apart from like the actual fight. The secret key fight. And then from here, we can jump down to that purple teleporter, which takes us to the secret purple fight. Now, this fight is... I don't really have a strategy for this. It's kind of just... I kind of just pray and hope for the best. Infighting is obviously the aim of the game, but not getting killed by crossfire rockets is just horrible. Kill the Revenants first, because their homing missiles are always 80 damage monstrosities, and then I kind of just move back and forward in the middle like this. Again, just sort of praying. At this point in the run, I'm just so determined not to mess up, and so determined to win, that my ability to play well is pretty heavily compromised. And I'm just trying to not do anything stupid like take a face rocket, because that would be really stupid. Imagine getting hit by a face rocket. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like this fight is now won, but at the same time I'm just terrified of getting blown up, because I've got one more fight to do and I have a good strategy for that final fight. So here is really the last point that I can lose the level. Fortunately, we make it through. I think it took me 3 attempts of getting to this fight to actually be able to do it. So that's notwithstanding other deaths that I had throughout the run. Simply getting to this fight, I think this was the first of the 3 times I actually was able to do it. So, yeah. Pretty nervous at this point. And then the final fight is a room full of Hell Knights and 2 Cyber Demons. But there's a gimmick, because of course there's a gimmick. The room is separated into 3 sections, each separated by teleporters, and you can see them there. The blue lines are teleport lines. So you teleport through like this. My strategy is to get out. And to do that, I need to press 4 buttons, 2 at this end, 2 at the other end. And I've only got 3 BFG shots, and I'm going to use every single one of them as an emergency push-through mechanic. Okay, so push, run backwards, you don't need to turn around, run forwards, and get the first switch. Then you want to run back. You've got that Megasphere as a safety, and I picked the wrong side, but it's okay, because things aren't too bad yet. Push that switch. Now here's where the BFG comes in handy, because we need to push through these Hell Knights to this next switch. And then, if we're lucky, we should have a path, and we do. And now we just need to get an opening to be able to run through them, because we don't have a BFG anymore. So I'm just waiting for the right opportunity. That was a mistake, so let's go back. Let's go back. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And we're out. And we're out. And that's it. It looks way worse than it is. You can be surprisingly consistent with that strategy. And now we just take several long, deep breaths and try and slow our heart rate down and wait for the infighting to do its do its thing. And I want to funnel them all across that bridge. There's no need for me to be taking risks here and taking face rockets by being too aggressive. Now I'm lucky that the Cyber Demon is dead. I think, is the other one dead too? I think he is. So it's just Hell Knights left. And we can easily deal with them with the rocket launcher. What I have done though, or if the Cyber Demons survive, the strategy is to bring them all the way to you, into that room where we fought the Cyber Demons earlier, and telefrag them. That honestly is the easiest way to deal with the two Cyber Demons if they survive, which I have had happen to me a couple of times before. And there we go, map 3. This one took a lot more attempts than map 2. I thought it was a lot harder. I think the fights are a lot tougher. And let's just take a moment to look at this. Look at this lighting effect. I don't know if this is coming out well on YouTube or not, but the strobing here is just fantastic. The way that's been programmed with voodoo dolls and whatever magic just makes it look absolutely stunning, I think. But yeah, definitely harder than map 2. More set pieces, more tougher set pieces, more innovative set pieces, I think, as well. But yeah, that was map 3. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in map 4.